or a lot of flack, come hang out, watch me take a shot at it, and see if you could meet a couple of new faces here and there. Whatever the case, I enjoy anybody and everybody's company that tries to, come and hang out. With that being said, today I wanted to talk about a little bit more of a serious topic for the introduction because I found that I'm at a crossroads right now in my streaming path, streaming, writing, basically everything path, and I don't know where to go with it. The reason being is, just gonna attack the issue straight. The reason is being that all my ideas that I wanted to put online, having a streaming talk show about games and hobbies, League is already doing. There is an actual talk show where they sit down on couches and talk. They have little bits of comedy here and there, and they do fan showcases, which is awesome. But that's something that I kind of wanted to do ever since, Nika Sor left Summoner Showcase. I wanted to have game time, talk time, like everything that's happening within the world of League of Legends. I wanted to kind of write some material and do it. The only problem was didn't have the space to, and I didn't have a team behind me to do it. But now somebody with money or some people with enough resources and people have created something great, and I'm I'm left with nothing at the drawing board. And I'll get to another reason at that. The other thing I wanted to do was become a gaming professor, like a game type of person where I'm not the best out there, but I'm better than average, and I have pretty good communicative skills. So I would want to teach people how to make the most out of their hobbies, like for example League of Legends or something like that, right? Just because League of Legends is probably what I stream, that's what I'm gonna draw the influences from. I actually have a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, like I'm doing a how to play Windrunner, how to play Left 4 Dead, and all this other stuff. But as far as those things go, I want to be a video pioneer for something like that. For example, I want to be the video game facts of whatever I want to play. People can contribute to communities or whatever like that, and I just want to be that guy who teaches you how to do stuff on video, and people will like it. But that's just the part of me that I want to do. However, that dream already is being kind of trumped because there's a site now called LOLclass.com that has pros doing it for free. So I don't know. It's just that's why I'm at a streaming crossroads. And hear me out here. The reason why I say I'm at a crossroads is I can't join these entities because I want to work on myself in my presentation and eventually go solo with some kind of career-based opportunity. Because if followed me already, my background with jobs and stuff, and I just can't hold down a 9 to 5 job because I think that's ridiculously horrible and it makes me want to punch myself in the face. The reason being is, if you're dealing with a lot of people who are just normally bad to you, you don't get to experience that, oh, I worked hard, that was a good day's work feel. I used to think that if I go into retail, I'm going to put in my 9 to 5, 8 hours a day, and I'm going to be happy because I'm going to do good work, people are going to recognize it, and some people will acknowledge me for that. When I worked in retail for multiple times, even when I didn't work in retail, work was a mixture of me doing good work to my standards and people giving me a never-ending chain of commands. Like, once I did that, okay, no good job on that, no whatever, continues to go work on another thing, and then I get yelled at because I don't get whatever my quota is done for the day or whatever. So it doesn't make sense to me, because once I had all that work planned out, then I had to go back and do more. It was just too much of a time-consuming career for a minimum wage job. Another thing that really grinded my gears when I was working was when I was in the education system. was based so much heavily on volunteering, getting out there, and like just teaching these students how to become greater and bigger than they already are, and like paving the path for them to become great individuals, which I had a hand in. I would say that if I was helping somebody, I made sure that that person was going to be a okay for the next step that they had in life, and I felt like I did a good job of that, you know. However, for the numerous times that I've worked with students, I've also had to work with the faculty and the people, and I would say that the students are a difficult part of the task, but I could bring myself. It motivates me. It pushes me harder. Try to connect. To try to teach. Uh, the staff, on the other hand, there are some blessings, like most reps, and some really horrible things that happen to you. Like, for example, one of the people that I worked with was supposedly very lenient on how you do your work. You can work from home, you can do whatever, but you shouldn't exceed the 20 hours, and that was the goal. However, I put in way more than 20 hours a week, and I took the leniency. I took advantage of the leniency because at the time I had 8 classes, and I had a job, a second job to try to sustain myself through college because ain't nobody gonna feed this pole fat man, right? So I gotta do whatever I gotta do to survive. And it came to a point where I said, all right, I have enough money. Let me pick the path that I want to choose to be successful. So I picked to be in the education field. And shortly after that, I got fired because the way that the I was explained was because you showed I showed a lot of work, but I wasn't able to present myself like with the flexibility and everything on it. Something about I was taking too much advantage of the flexibility of the job, and I was saying, wait, you allow me to work from home already? And just because I don't want to input my hours when I work from home because I work way over 20 hours, this is what happens? Like, I couldn't believe it, but I mean, I took it with a grain of salt and I left. And there was also another time that I tried to get an education job and I didn't do very well at it. But the moral of the story here is it's like I try really hard to hone my craft, but there's always somebody just one upping me with better resources, with more talent, whatever else. And I don't know if I could go on just keeping up this vibe, because like there's no secret. I'm struggling to survive right now, and I might just have to go back to school and focus on other things because the stream is not giving me enough revenue to make a better stream, and I know I'm partly at fault for that because I spent a lot of money creating a rig that couldn't stream. I was like, okay, this time I'm gonna make a rig that counts. 1080p screen, like good graphics card, blah 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 blah, and but I had it to be mobile because I don't have the support I need to be a hobby enthusiast. Uh, I just don't live in an environment that could do that. Nobody really supports it in this streaming setting. Like sometimes when I stream, you see me like switch windows and stuff like that, because if any time that they see what I'm doing is not to their liking, they will flip a lid, and there will be yelling and craziness everywhere. And that's just the difficulty of it all. I mean, I don't want to say that I'm being held back by my environment, because if you're really passionate about it, you'll find a way to get through it. You'll offer quality material for, if not only 30 minutes a day, and it'll be great. But that's not enough time, especially for a streamer. You need to be offering quality material to compete with some other streams out there, like 6 to 8 hours a day, which is ridiculous because I don't have that time to put into it. and I want to because I want to be acknowledged and I want to finally generate some substantial means of revenue. But I don't know. It's a hard topic for me to talk about because I've always wanted to do something like this, and I've always wanted to create a product that is of myself. And right now, I'm just at a crossroads because whatever product that I'm creating, it seems to be trumped by another thing that's just coming out there. All my good ideas, other people have, and they have great resources to back it up. The only reason why I'm still doing this is that I still want to have a foothold in broadcast media someday, and I'm just YOLOing it through. I'm just hardballing it through because I know that one day this might be something that I really want to do and still stick to. Um, Other than the fact that my last great idea is still not used yet, I might just live up on that dream somehow. But anyway, y'all know me. I want to be a teacher. I want to do all this kind of stuff. So that's just one of the things that I really want to talk about and present to you today. So uh, if you are moved or inspired by that story, please, please, please help me out in any way you can by spreading the word of the channel, my site, or whatever, so that I may have more time and more energy to dump into this great project of mine. I cannot say it's any less than great because it's no joke that it's essential that hobbies are what keeps people grounded. Right now, the biggest hobby is video games, and I just want to make the most out of it and portray it, review it, and do all these classy things that I've seen being done with it before that have kind of faded into the background of the huge commercialism of it. So I want it to just be a small place on the internet where people can have fun and get real opinions on how these games are. And I know that like eventually what I spend my time on, especially in the gaming world, will change because it's always changing. However, I want to offer something true and nice and just a little bit polished when I can, so, of my gaming world, my mind, my hobby, and stuff like that. So I know the introduction ran on for a little long today, but I just felt like it had to be said. And again, like I said, if you all want to support me, spread the word about the site, the stream, and everything. I know you guys and gals are doing it because I just got a couple of followers out of nowhere, and I'm really happy about that because I haven't been spamming anything at all ever within the last week because I haven't been feeling too well, and I've just been power leveling when I can. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I really enjoy the help that I'm getting. So thank you in advance. Uh, Click on my site, elementalist.com, and donate to me. If you're watching this on Twitch, there's a link down below if you want to help a brother out with some donations and stuff like that. I will have a stream tip jar because I've realized that a lot of people want to go through a third party. I will try to get that up and running right away. I just don't know how to do that because there's so much information that I go through. Part of me really puts me down, brings me down when I do this kind of stuff because part of me is a perfectionist. I have to read all the stuff that I want to go into, and most of the times I don't even finish reading it because when I hit a wall, I can only read like pages at a time, and when I hit that wall, I'm like, okay, time for the next section later. So it takes a little bit longer, but so I'm hoping that I could just power through the next time and really bring out more options to monetize whatever I'm doing, because you know me, I'm a man of many talents, and I was able to get uncopyrighted music for the stream, so none of my stream will ever go down and stuff like that. And I'm really happy about it because right now Twitch is taking this the copyrighted stuff when you're broadcasting really seriously. They even bleep out the parts of your broadcast that have music playing in the background. So the only time that you're hearing the music is when you're playing it live. And I'm just like, okay, well, that's it. That's all the time that you got going on for you right there. Um, so I'm happy that I have music that is listenable to my streams, but my streams are not even that long. So anyway, with that being said, let's move on to today's show. I'll air it in a little bit. I'm not feeling very well right now, so I'll let everybody know how that how it goes on the updates. Until next time, keep on being that positive beacon of awesomeness that you guys and gals are. Remember to have a little fun, and I'll see you later.